Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Denise here from Hair and House Pilates and Yoga. And today's short Pilates video is all about abdominal strength, your core, or otherwise I like to call it your trunk. So we're going to be lying on our back. So join me, please. And if you need a pillow behind your head, grab a pillow. Lie down. You need arm room above your head. So once you're on the mat, make sure you can take your arms over your head and then come back down. So we're going to be working our obliques today, as well as our transversus abdominus, as well as our leg muscles, because we're using our legs. So let your shoulders relax, feel your back relax into the mat, feel your hips relax into the mat. And let's begin. So I want you to think about your breastbone, let it sink down, and let your rib cage sink down into the mat. Tightening your abdominal muscles so that you feel your pelvis widening, and you want to feel your low back sink into the mat. So you want to feel it anchored down into your mat. Hands are by your sides, and I like to have my hands in a neutral position so I don't press with my fingers. Draw your pelvic floor muscles up towards your navel from the bottom of the pelvis. Nice tight abs. And knee fold one knee to table position. So while we're doing this exercise, you want to keep your pelvis as still as possible. And you do that by keeping your abs tight, keeping your breastbone ribs down, and your pelvic floor muscles tight. Gently lower your foot. Touch your foot to the floor, abs tight, and lift. And keep going. So this may seem like a nothing exercise, but the goal here is to keep the pelvis and back glued to your mat with as little wobbling as possible by using your abdominal muscles. We're doing 8 repetitions here. We're going to do one more, and then lower your foot to the floor. So notice how slow I'm doing these exercises. Gives you greater control and you get more out of it. So your abs are tight, breastbone and ribs are down, you feel your low back glued to the mat, pelvic floor muscles are drawn up towards the navel. Lift the other foot, now we're switching, and gently lower down. Pausing at the bottom and pausing at the top. So you'll notice where my hands are. I frequently will place my hands on the edge of my pelvis just to make sure that my body isn't wobbling. And if it is, tighten those abs even more. 2 more. Last one. And then lower your foot to the floor. Just relax your body now and rock your pelvis from side to side. Good. So we're going to move on. We're going to do the same exercise, only we're going to be alternating. So this is more difficult because the pelvis will want to wobble back and forth. So you really have to hold those muscles in nice and tight and make sure you're really sinking down into your mat. So knee fold, one knee up, and lower the foot down, let it rest. Abs are tight, you feel your back braced into the mat, and knee fold the other leg up. And the movement, even though I'm saying knee fold, the movement is actually at your hip, not from the knee. So you fold from the hip, all the way down, and let the foot anchor, keep the abs tight and the back braced, fold the other hip, and lower the foot down. Good. So you're going to keep going. Notice how slow I'm going. going to do 2 more. So we did 8 in total. So that's 4 on each leg. You can do more if you like, 10 max on each leg. And lower your foot. And rock the body side to side. So that's the first half. So now we're going to add arm arcs to this movement. So an arm arc, the arms are down by your sides. Your hands face each other, so they face inward towards the body. And the arms will come over your head. That's why you need an arm room. If your hands touch the floor, great. If they don't worry about it. You don't have to bring your hands all the way to the floor. So abs tight, breastbone down, your ribs are down, and you feel your low back braced against the floor. Your abdominal muscles are tight, your pelvic floor muscles are up. And as you hip fold one leg up, the arms come over your head. Pause at the top, keeping the back braced, and lower your hands and foot to the floor. We're going to continue with the same leg and all the way down. Try not to let your foot drop to the floor when you lower it. You gently place it to the floor. And notice how still your trunk is. Feel your whole back all the way down to your buttocks, glued to the mat. I think 3 more here. Doing 8. One more time. Good. And then lower down. Reset your body. Your back is braced, your abs are tight, your pelvic floor muscles are drawn up. And we're going to switch to the other leg and hip fold it up, arms over your head, and lower both the arms and the foot to the floor. Now you may notice that one side of your body is wobbly and the other side isn't so much. And that's just because we're a little stronger in many cases on one side as opposed to the other side. So you're going to do 3 more here because we're doing 8. Two more. Last one. And then bring that leg and those arms down by your sides. Good. So the last section of this little short video is alternating both legs, and both arms will be going at the same time. So you have to really concentrate. Your ribs and your back are braced into the mat. Tighten your abs and draw your pelvic floor muscles. We're going to bring one leg up, both arms up. Lower your foot, glue it, abs tight, hip fold the other leg and both arms up and all the way down. So pause here, make sure that the pelvis stays as quiet as possible when you're shifting from foot to foot. So this exercise is great for working your obliques because your obliques like to work on opposite sides. So when you're lifting one leg and the opposite arm, we're working corresponding obliques from one side to the other. Your body really likes that. We're going to do 1 more on each leg. Excellent. And then just rock your body side to side. And then roll to your side and push yourself up. And that's it for the part 1 of core strength, or trunk strength as I like to call it. working those oblique muscles, your transversus abdominus, and your leg muscles. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this session.